Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Agashi here, where I do dramas, reviews, and movies, anything you guys suggest, and do my unboxing of whatever I have out there that I would like to share and show with you guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like. Now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Hello everybody, Agashi here. It's been a while. Happy New Year. Took a little break. Agashi and I and baby, we all got sick, so we took some time off to kind of just heal, get recovered, all of that. And so now we're kind of like a little bit better, more so we're okay, but we're all recovering and everything. So I mean, it's been a while and I wanted to share you guys with all these reviews, but it's like didn't have a chance to. But this drama today I'm gonna be reviewing is called Got a Crush on You. It already finished airing a while already. I just wanted to give my thoughts on it and kind of go over a review recap of the drama. So this drama, it's a Chinese drama. It has a total of 26 episodes. I watched it because of Shu Kai-chun, because obviously I watched his Love is an Accident and all this stuff like that, you know, all his other dramas. So I was like, oh hey, it's been a while since I seen his modern drama, and I was very surprised they actually used their real voice in here. So usually a lot of his drama, his voice is dubbed, so this one is his actual voice. And I am so sorry, I can't pronounce the girl's name. That's so bad. But I mean, I've seen her in, I think, the 12 Legends and another drama I forgot, but in my opinion, she's so beautiful. In my opinion, like, her eyes are so beautiful, and like her light skin with her black hair and everything is so beautiful. But like, the drama is just, her character is just very, very upsetting, and it's very, very stubborn. But gonna go over the cast synopsis and the recap of the drama with you guys. So as for our cast, we have Soo Kai-chun as Shu Chin-chun, and then obviously I cannot say her name is Guli Nazar. That's one of her name or abbreviation or something like that. She plays Song Xin-chun, and then we have Zhang He playing Lu Huang, and then Zhao Yaoke playing Han Xiaolin, and Xie Xingguan playing Qian Chen, and then Wang Maxu playing Gao Xingying. And then there's some people like her parents, his uncle, his grandpa, his other teammates, her fellow doctor people, and all this stuff like that, tons of people. But as for our synopsis, Song Chie-shen is a 26-year-old doctor with a difference, and from, you know, performing well in a doctor in the hospital, being a doctor, to all these things, she's really good at that, but she appears as she's always into fashion and her beauty appearances. So some days she only uses her good looks to get to the top of position. Being a doctor working at a hospital, she decides to drop out of being a doctor, resign, and go and focus and work with her friend on opening her friend's like company, small business, side like business and stuff like that. Now, instead of following her parents' path, like she goes and does that to kind of just be on her own and everything, she attends to a rescue team and ends up meeting Shu Chen, who is like the leader of these rescue team. And the two of them, they start off, they went on a blind date, they didn't work out, they met again on this rescue team and intertwined, and they start off as rivalry but end up becoming buddy, end up going into romance. So that's that. So recap on the drama, it starts us off with obviously Song Chie-chun quitting her doctor job. She's 29 years old. She's beautiful, you know, kind of like just like how the synopsis. She wants to continue her studies, and she also wants to be active in other activities rather than just striving to be a doctor at this point. So she wants to be a doctor, but she wants to more into her study than just what she currently is as a doctor in that field. She wants to go more into the doctor field, branch out, you know. So without realizing, she goes and enjoy with her friends some drinks and all that, and she doesn't tell her parents about her resignation at the hospital. Without realizing, she takes on a promise with her friend. Her friend runs a shop, and it's kind of like feminine pajamas, lingerie, and skincare and stuff like that. So it's not doing well, and she ended up taking it without realizing that she took this job with her friend. So not wanting her parents to find out about her job, she ends up going on a blind date because her mom says it's been a while since she's dated. She broke up with like her ex like 3 years ago or something like that, and then her parents sends her up on a blind date. She shows up on her blind date, and her blind date ended up being Shu Qin and he's the captain of a rescue team, and they're one of the best. And they have met already, but she doesn't know it's him. He got a crush on her when they met because they're trying to save a little puppy from the building. And then he immediately like was interested in her when he saw her at his blind date, but she has no purpose, so she screws up everything after that. But they continue to meet, and then now, like, because she calls it quits of her doctor job, she now wants to be like a doctor volunteer on a rescue team, and she wants to go on a journey with them. So when they go on like their mission journey like that, she's a doctor on the way. So in order to do that, she has to sign up and learn all these rescue things to protect herself, at the same time becoming a doctor in that field. And she ends up meeting the captain, who is Shu Qin, and he really cares for her throughout their training, kind of like favoring her, which is so obvious that he's doing that. And then like they go through a few training, he saves her, she saves him. She obviously know he likes her, but it's like he's playing really hard to get, and kind of like more so she's playing hard to get, and she's kind of stuck up, very stubborn at this point. But obviously training is over, they go on break. Xin goes back and help her friend with their business, and then her friend's starting to like, you know, feel miserable that they're not gonna make it. The little shop is gonna fall apart, but Xin is determined to make it, so she starts studying in business, finance, cosmetic, the marketing, all of that. And it got really interesting to her, and she's just fell in love with it, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna branch out, this is my chance, we're gonna make this work. You just focus on ordering products, a way for us to help to market all these new products, and I'm gonna take care of branching out the finance and how do I get business for us to be out there. So they started doing that. And then just when things are starting to spark between Chichen and Xinqing, their names is so similar. He gets sent abroad on a rescue mission, and he doesn't get a chance to tell her. He realized the message to his friend Lu Quan to tell her, and he forgets, and so Chichen thinks that he ghosted her. So she's kind of like, okay, whatever. And then he goes for a couple weeks, or months like that, and he comes back and he learns that his friend never passed on the message to her. So she's kind of just like, whatever, I'm moving on, you know. And then, so he tries to work things out again with her, try to tell her he likes her, and like be like, oh, you know, I want you to be my girlfriend. At this time, his childhood friend Qingying comes into the picture. She's like heads over heel in love with him, and he runs to her whenever she needs something. And it's because she doesn't have family, and she was basically his neighborhood friend growing up together, and his grandpa helps take care of her too. So basically he really views it as they're just siblings. Grandpa really views it as they're just grandchildren to him, and grandpa wants him to marry someone else, but Qingying feels that she is the best for him. So she when they confess, he confesses his love and wants to be boyfriend and girlfriend, shakes head, but she's not asking him to cut off ties with Qingying, but she's like, if you treat her like a sister, don't run to her for everything. Like, you gotta like really figure it out, weigh it out. That is she lying to you? Does she just want you to be there, or what's going on? You have to really weigh all that out before you do that. So it gets it's like back and forth, you know. So that's his situation. And then it gets worse. It's her situation. It's her ex from 3 years ago that she broke up due to difference in career. He comes back because he's now a college professor, which is so annoying because it's like she complains about Qingying being like this to Qinshen being like this to Qingying, but then she goes and bring her ex to have dinner with her parents. She goes out with him. She blows off her boyfriend to go hang out with her ex. So it's really, really annoying and effed up at this point about her, and I was just so fed up with this, so I can't believe I sat through it. But like, you know, like episode 10, he finally be like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I want you to be my girlfriend. I want to date you. Let's forget all this. So they get together in episode 10, and then they go through a lot of career stuff which pull them apart, but you know, they have like such a strong bond. It brings them back together because they kind of like feel they share the same interests, so they want the best for their career and they want the best for each other, so they come back. She eventually ends up meeting his grandpa, and his grandpa loves her, likes her so much, and she is nothing like how Chi described, and the lovey-dovey starts to fall apart after, you know, all of this. Is he gets called away for a lot of rescue missions, and during this time he's not around. She struggles with her store products launches. Her ex is always there to support her. Shin is very upset because there's rumors saying that she's now dating someone else to fill in the hole, or she has like another person on the side while he's gone, and he always ends up like, you know, he gets upset. He talks to her about it, and she's like, what is wrong with you? And then she goes, it's just a friend helping me because you're not here, but I'm being patient. I'm letting you go do your job. I'm not being clinging and such a baby that I need you. And then he feels bad. He goes back and apologizes to her, admits his wrongdoing, always burning her, and he will help her with her store, her business, all these things like that. And like, she's just so stubborn at this point, literally to like almost like episodes 20s and stuff like that. And like in like episode 21, like at this point she hasn't introduced to her parents. She hasn't been told her parents about her boyfriend. They eventually learn about her quitting her doctor job and taking on this business, this opening up your own business, but then she doesn't have the courage to tell them about him. In episode 21, he's at her house, hanging at her house. Her parents comes over with her ex-boyfriend, and she ends up introducing him as the cleaner to her place only. But then eventually, like, it's so effed up of what she did, because they just started dating, and he was willing to introduce her to his grandpa, and she was not willing to do that. And he didn't get upset about it. He was just like, it's okay. And then she eventually introduces him. Her mom is so, like, she does not approve him at all. She wants her daughter to continue the study, and she should not marry him. But it's like the Shin is like, I'm in full support of her going like that. I'm not going to marry her. Even if I marry her, I'm not going to cut off her ties in her careers and her studies, you know? So they do get engaged, and she goes off to study. He waits for her. So like the last episode, 25 and 26 right there, he goes on a rescue mission. He causes himself injury, life and death on the line. She flies back and does everything she can to save him, knowing that like, oh my god, like its time can be so short. She loves him so much, so she's gonna be with him. But he pushes her to finish her study first and do what she can for her little small business. 2 years down the road, she finished her study. She launches her business really big. She comes back and marries them, and they're happily married and have a baby boy. On the side, we do get a little story of Luchin and Xiaolin, who meets, and they constantly cross paths, and Luchin starts to like her. They get married, they have a baby before all of this, and while like they have all of this while Shin is off studying and abroad, and eventually, you know, even though Yin and Shin doesn't like each other, Yin ends up finally finding someone she likes, and then she falls in love, and she forgets about everything, and she kind of just move on, you know. So honestly, overall, in my opinion, I thought it was going to be an adorable, lovey-dovey drama as it started off. But halfway through, more so like episode 12 and on, it did not come off as that. I was very, very annoyed. I was very, very frustrated. I read a lot of comments of how upsetting people are as Shin-Chin's character, and I'm gonna have to agree with that. Like, it took so long, and you're just so fed up with her being stubborn. It's like, there's a difference between being a strong, independent woman versus stubborn and annoying, just wanting things your way. So that's what she turned out to be, and it was just so bad. There's nothing wrong with the real actress. She's great, you know. It's just the character build-up turned out to be like that. So after like episode 12, I basically just skimmed through the drama to get to the last like 5 episodes. That's like, you know. And I was just like, okay, you know, I was just like, like how it started off, it reminded me of You Are My Hero with by Jinting and Sandra Ma. I really love that drama. So I thought it was gonna be something like that, but it didn't turn out like that. It got so frustrating, like through the drama, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I can't stand this anymore. So I just like skimmed through it, and I'm just like, well, it finished airing already instead of me having to wait. But I was like, I feel like I wasted time. Which I did, so I just like skimmed through it. But you know, I mean, I was so shocked. Like it is kind of like all of the comments, like I said, like it had such good potential to start off with, but then everybody got fed up with her character, which I agree too. So I mean, I'm sorry, but I did not like her character at all, and it's just so frustrating. And so for me, I was like, okay, I just want to see how it ended. And it really hit me the most when like she didn't introduce him to her parents, and she just straight up saying that this is the cleaner to my house, and there goes her ex-boyfriend who knows clearly that that's her boyfriend. And I'm like, oh my god, the ex-boyfriend is a douche too, to always be hanging around her. And when it's like, dude, you broke up, you guys agreed to break up 3 years ago, what makes you think you can come back? And then to her it's like, why would you be friends with your ex? So it's just so frustrating. But that's that for Got a Crush on You. I don't know what to say, but that's my comments of this drama. I mean, if you're looking for something to just watch to let time go by, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend it, but just watch the first 10 episodes and the last 3 episodes and you're good to go. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this, so I'm just gonna end it here. But that's the review of Got a Crush on You, and I will see you guys next time.